Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has said 2 out of the 3 of the President Bola Tinubu-led administration's policies were necessary, but they were wrongly implemented. A remark he made at the Colloquium themed Nigeria's development, navigating the way out of the current economic crisis and insecurity at the Paula J. Colloquium in Abuja during the weekend. In his words, and I quote, "Today, government has taken 3 decisions, 2 of which are necessary but wrongly implemented, and have led to impoverishing the economy and of Nigerians. These are removal of subsidy and closing the gap between the black market and official rates of exchange, and the third is dealing with the military coup in Nigeria Republic. The way forward is production and productivity, which believe and trust in government leadership will engender. No shortcut to economic progress, but hard work and sweat. Economy does not obey orders, but not even the military orders. I know that, and if we get it right, in 2 years, we'll begin to see the light beyond the tunnel. It requires a change of characteristics, attributes, and attitude by the leadership at all levels to gain the confidence and trust of investors who have alternatives." The former president asserted that to get out of the current situation in the country, the government and the governed need to look at the past and present and ask questions like, how did we get here? Suggesting a way out, the former president said Nigerians need a 25-year socio-economic development agenda that will be generally agreed to and passed into law. A 25-year socio-economic agenda, do you agree to that recommendation by the former president?
You know, before he pointed out our 25 years economic agenda, I read that story earlier, and he said something. Before now, they gave an economic agenda, and till now, according to that story, said till today, we're now still talking about a new economic agenda. So it means that we're starting all over again. The last time in this program, I asked, what's our foundation? Where are we starting? So it means we've had Vision 2020. That was an economic agenda. And that's also what he's now asking. We start all over again. Of course, we must start somewhere. We must start somewhere. So if as at 2024, we still do not have an economic agenda, we still do not have a good foundation, how then are we expecting miracle over our economy? And then he now mentioned 3 key policies that the government took a decision on, and then he said, but we are wrongly implemented. I agree totally. And if time permits, I will also explain each of them according to how it was stated there. So I said, you permit me to go ahead.
Go on, please.
This fuel subsidy removal, when he took that decision, I applauded it.
You did?
Yeah, I applauded it very well. Okay. You know the issue, that the key move for that fuel subsidy removal was to allow the forces of demand and supply to play. But in this case, you only allow the issue of supply to take its course. And then the other demand was weak. Or the demand became higher and then the supply became weak. So in this case, where is the source of the products? Do we have the capacity to make the product available? And then you remove subsidy. So your refineries, are they working? You've removed subsidy. It means you're able to produce. You're able to license more private sectors to come into the market, into that sector, and then make it competitive. If Mr. A is selling at this price, Mr. B will look at how to make more profit than Mr. A and then reduce his price. This movement is what leads us to equilibrium. I stated this. And because this movement is not encouraged, the government cannot even make the product available. The private individuals are not in the business. And you have licensed one. Every day we keep hearing, it will work next month. It will work next month. Then where are we? That's what's affecting the fuel subsidy removal. And then the removal of the subsidy, the money you're getting from there, where are you putting it? The government told us earlier they are making billions. Where are you channeling this money? These are the problems. So a lot Nigeria need to stand up. Industrialization, channel those money from fuel subsidy removal, go into production. That's what the former president is saying. So which area? And I said it here last time. I said, go to each state. If you want, let's start from states. In fact, let's even start as a country. Go to one country, build a production factory. Move down to states. Ask the state governors to do. If they cannot, encourage the private sectors. Make grants available. Make loans available. People will key into this area and you see this economy will change. The GDP will change. But right now, only God will help us.
Royal Chief.
Yes. Let me thank the former president, but there's something I need to say concerning the attitude of our former presidents, other past leaders of this country. If they actually love this country, they will come out with some things that behind the scene, encouraging the current president to do what they felt they couldn't do, and Nigerians will be happy. But in this instance, we see that they only want to talk. They just want to talk. They will not want the government to perform beyond their own limit, beyond what they did when they were in office, so that Nigerians will not be suffering. They like when we are suffering, so that they will always see where to criticize when it's time for politicking. That you did not do this. You did not do this. If they have genuine love for Nigerians, they have genuine love for this country, nothing stopped all the former presidents, including former President Goodluck Jonathan. Bring down those blueprint, bring down those ideas you have that can change this country. Obasanjo, come on board. Former President Obasanjo, come on board. Let's talk.
But that's what the former president...
It's not about talking.
He has listed out various recommendations.
Fine. These recommendations to be implemented by the current government, isn't it? Now, if they implement all these things he has mentioned, he will still come up with another idea why they didn't follow this process. Why didn't they do it like this? They are all politicians. Royal
Chief, don't you think if the former president did not say anything, Nigerians will still come out and say, where is the former president Olusegun Obasanjo? What is going on? Why hasn't he made any statement concerning what Nigerians are facing?
Of course, of course.
And now he has come out with recommendations and you're still faulting that?
No, recommendation is not bad. I'm happy that he is trying to see the loopholes in the administration's areas that they are not doing well, and it have also advised. But my concern is the love they should demonstrate behind the scene. Forget about talking to Nigerians. Okay. They should form a kind of a forum where former presidents that have been in that office, they have seen the heat, they have seen what the current president might have not seen, how you can handle it, and the current president should always listen to those people, because they talk about experience count. After you leave office, you will be seeing things that you are supposed to do. They should come, and then these are areas that law should back it up. They should have a legislation that says that once you are a former president, these are the role you are going to play for the development of this country. It is not only when they invite you for a program, you come out with very fantastic ideas that is not applicable to demonstrating how you can implement this in this country.